Hi, everybody. We're so excited to have you here tonight. Tara and I were just talking about how we've never done a webinar format before, so this is a little funky for us. Usually I'm used to seeing everybody's faces, so I don't love that I can't see your faces, but we're excited to have you on. I think we have maybe over 60 people joining us tonight, so we're thrilled that you guys are excited about the programming that we have planned for this year. So as you may have read, we wanted to be able to share with you some of the new opportunities that we've planned for teens and adults. We are doing some things that we've done in the past, but we're switching things up a little bit this year so that we can offer more programming. So again, we just wanted to be able to share the new opportunities we have, answer any questions you guys might have, and of course, introduce Tara Buffum, who is one of our new staff members. So out of respect for your time, we will get started. So my name is Brooke Harvey. For those of you who don't know me, I've been at the MDSC for a little over 2 years now. I am the Teen and Adult Services Director. My history or my experience has been in community service and working with individuals with a wide range of intellectual and developmental disabilities for many, many years. I worked in a residential school. I worked at a day program and did family support for a handful of years before coming to the MDSC and landing my dream job of doing events and family support. So I do a little bit of both. Lauren Foley is our community engagement and research coordinator. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to join us tonight, but Lauren is my wing woman. She's my right-hand man, and she is at all of the in-person events. Lauren also manages all of our volunteers. So if you have any volunteers, friends or family that are interested in helping out, we'll send you to Lauren. And yeah, I think that's about how Lauren's involved. And then Tara, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Buffum, and I'm the Employment and Special Events Coordinator at the MDSC. I've been here since March of this year, so I'm fairly new and loving my job so far. It's been really great being here and being part of this community. In the past, I was a special educator for about 13 years. I've worked in schools both in upstate New York and Massachusetts, but mostly working in an inclusive elementary school setting in the Sudbury Public School District.
Thanks, Tara. And then we have so many awesome support staff. Laura Green has been with the MDSC for many years. She started as a volunteer. She is also at the majority of the in-person programs. And Carol Yell, who may be on tonight. Hi, Carol, if you're on. She is our parent and caregiver coordinator, and she helps out with the parent and caregiver groups that take place during AIM meetups, and we will talk about that. So one thing I didn't mention is that everything we're going over tonight is in the teen and adult newsletter that went out at 3 o'clock today. So if you guys received the newsletter, this is essentially, we're just reviewing that and again, answering any questions. And if you did not receive the newsletter, please let us know. You can email me my contact information. I sent out the information about this event, but it's also at the end of this webinar. Please email me and we'll get you on the mailing list for the teen and adult newsletters. We send them out the first week of every month, and it's the best way to stay up to date on everything that we have going on for teens and adults at the MDSC. So in terms of teen and adult programming, we have AIM. If you're new here, AIM stands for Advocates in Motion. It's for our 13 to 22-year-olds. We also have adult programming. In the past, adult programming has been called SAC. It's a little bit confusing. So what we're doing this year is we have AIM, it's Advocates in Motion, 13 to 22, and then we have adult programming. That's for individuals 20 plus. I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in a minute. And then in addition to that, Tara?
We have, so I will be running the Your Next Star Employment Academies. We have 2 of those, which we'll go into more detail in a bit for 18 and older. And we will have 1 Your Next Star Career Exploration Academy, which is for the younger group of 17 to 21-year-olds. And I'll also go into a little bit more detail later.
So other than the really big MDSC events like the Buddy Walk and the hockey game and our conference, Tara and I are working together to try and get you guys all of the information and events for anybody that's 13 and older. So our goal this year is to kind of streamline and just make it really clear what's going on for teens and adults at the MDSC. Tara and I are able to tell you, it's all under teen adult programming, and it will all be in the newsletters. So AIM, again, Advocates in Motion. AIM is a fun and inclusive program that hosts interactive events. It's again for teens and young adults with Down syndrome, ages 13 to 22. We essentially provide opportunities to develop self-advocacy and leadership skills and the ability to form relationships with peers and begin to develop a vision for a meaningful life. So if you have attended AIM in the past, you likely attended an AIM meetup. Those were hosted at the Newton YMCA for many years, and it was a wonderful program and a wonderful space to host the AIM meetups. To switch things up a little bit and to help individuals develop friendships and develop relationships, we wanted to do something a little bit more consistent on a monthly basis. So what we decided to do was change locations and start hosting an Advocates in Motion brunch bunch. So rather than every month having a different activity as we did at the Newton YMCA, every month individuals will have the opportunity to prepare a nutritious and delicious recipe from start to finish. So anything from kitchen safety to learning how to use various kitchen equipment. We will introduce some adaptive cooking equipment to working as a team and cleaning up. And then of course, trying the food. The goal is to develop independent living skills, friendships, all while having so much fun. So we'll work in 2 small groups, and one group will be in the kitchen, learning cooking skills, getting hands-on, while the other group will be, engaging with one another. We'll have some games, we'll have some activities, but you'll be setting the table, practicing hygiene, and getting ready for your meal. Then once the food's ready, everybody will sit down together and engage in conversation and get to know each other over the snack meal, the item we prepare. We will be preparing, what am I trying to say? Dietary friendly, allergy friendly food. So for anybody that has gluten-free or nut-free allergies, we'll be very, very mindful of that. One thing that it will be different is we will no longer be at the Newton YMCA because they do not have a kitchen. So we will now be in Burlington at the Riverside Family Support Center. It's a wonderful space that has a sensory room, a little gaming room, and a really nice kitchen, and they've opened our doors to us. So we're really excited to have this partnership, and it's close to the MDSC office, which is really wonderful as well. We do have to cap this program for safety and space. And so because of that, we'll be hosting 2 sessions. One will run from September to January, and one will run from February to June. So it's 2 5-month sessions, and the program will run one Saturday a month from 10 to 12 p.m. So 10 a.m., 12 p.m., one Saturday a month, and that's 2 5-month sessions. And our hope is that we can serve as many individuals as possible by doing that. We do ask that you register for all 5 sessions, again, just so that we can do our best to help build upon skills and develop friendships. And then the space also does have a lovely conference room. So we're going to be able to continue our AIM and Parent Caregiver group, again, hosted by Carol Yell. And if parents or caregivers choose to stay during the AIM meetup, you can get together with other parents and caregivers. Carol will have some speakers come in, and it's a really just nice opportunity to learn and listen to speakers on transition age topics and network and get to know other parents. We will answer questions at the end. I realize I talk kind of fast and this is a ton of information, but again, all of this is in the newsletter. And then AIM socials and family events. So last year we hosted every other month. We would either have an AIM meetup or an AIM social. So because we're having consistent programming this year, we can expand. Our team really didn't grow, but because again of that consistency, we're able to do a little bit more. And so every month we're hosting an AIM meetup now. And then in addition, we're still hosting our AIM socials and family events. I categorize this together because some of these family events started as AIM events, but then they became really popular, so we turned them into family events. So for the third year in a row, we are going to be hosting the family event with Linfield's Market Street ice skating, which is just such a fun event. And we're hoping to grow that a little bit this year. We're partnering with United Dance again for 2 of their performances. So we'll have some special opportunities for MDSC members. And then we'll continue to host the socials, the dances with some of the Best Buddies groups and National Charity League. And we'll likely be doing at the very least 3 of those in the winter, spring, and fall. Our goal is to try and reach as much of Massachusetts as possible. That has always been a goal, and it's really a focus this year. So between our teenage programming, AIM, and our adult programming, we are going to do our best to get our socials in various areas of Massachusetts, trying to get down on the South Shore, hopefully the Cape, and out in central Massachusetts. We see you guys. We want to get together with you guys, and we are doing our best to get out there. And thank you to all the parents that have already reached out and have worked together with me to help make that happen. So then in terms of adult programming, that's for individuals 20 plus. So as you see there, there's a 2-year age gap. So for individuals that are 20 to 22, you can actually join AIM and attend the adult programming events. That's again, just to help foster those relationships and friendships. So you don't have to just leave one group and jump to another. So our SAC events, if you've heard SAC before, those are our quarterly events that are hosted by our Self-Advocate Advisory Council members. And they essentially give us the ideas and help to plan these fun events. In the past, we've done things like karaoke, we've had dances, we've done bowling, field days. And so the SAC is meeting for the first time in October. We've already started brainstorming some of those ideas for those events, but once they meet, we'll get some of those things set in stone and we will start to advertise for those groups. But again, just super fun opportunities for adults 20 plus to get together. They're all events in the community. And yet again, we're going to do our best to get these spread out throughout Massachusetts. And then I'm super excited to share about a new partnership that we have with Inclusive Fitness. So some of you guys that are on here tonight might already attend Inclusive Fitness. It is just a wonderful gym that is in West Roxbury. And the partnership came from some families reaching out and an MDSC parent who now works for them saying, you know, this is just a wonderful program. You guys really should partner. And after touring the facility, it was an absolute no-brainer. So all of the trainers there, again, have a personal connection to our community. And then they also have extensive experience in physical fitness and personal training. So the staff is absolutely incredible. It's an inclusive Boston-based gym that specializes in neuroadaptive training for the neurodivergent community. And essentially their coaches create adaptive fitness programs that are designed to cater to all abilities. And they create custom programs that emphasize functional fitness designed to make individuals strong for a purpose, enhancing both day-to-day life and long-term well-being. So all of the exercises and routines that they teach are to support individuals in everyday living. And some of the examples that they gave me were lifting groceries or getting a box out, you know, down from your closet, or being able to dodge something when you're walking down the street. More information in the newsletter on that. And again, we partner with them to be able to host a bi-weekly group session for our adults. So we're able to support, I believe it's 12 individuals with them, and they will, once we have 12 individuals sign up, they'll break those individuals down into smaller groups, and then they will meet on a bi-weekly basis to get fit and develop the skills that I just talked about. That program is in West Roxbury, and yet again, that will be 2 sessions. We're starting with the first session. We haven't advertised the second one yet, but we'll very likely host a second session if we have success for the first and individuals want to come back for a second session.
Thanks, Brooke. I think you did a great job there.
Thanks, Sarah.
Okay. So I'll speak a little bit about the Your Next Star Academy, which you may have heard about or have been a part of. So our Your Next Star Academies work with participants on employment seeking skills, helping to strengthen interpersonal and people skills, and to also help enable interactions effectively and professionally with supervisors, coworkers, and clients. We'll do this with a hands-on and engaging curriculum throughout our semesters and sessions, with several activities weaved throughout each. So over the past year, we've hosted several Your Next Star Academies, and we're excited to be doing it again this year, though in a slightly different format. We'll be having 2 semesters of our 18+ Academy and a 3-day Career Exploration Academy during the April break for participants ages 17 through 21. And through each academy, we're really excited to get to know each participant individually and partner on next steps, because we know everyone's at a different spot in their employment journey. Brooke, if you could just go to the next slide. Thank you. So for our Employment Academy, which is again for ages 18 and older, we'll be having 2 separate semesters. Each semester is the same group will be meeting once a month on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a total of 4 sessions per semester. The first 3 sessions will be held at our MDSC building in Burlington, Mass. But we're excited that this year we'll be partnering with the Revere Hotel in Boston, where we'll hold our final session with a tour of their hotel and an introduction to different careers within the hospitality business, so we can generalize the skills that we learned over the course of the semester. One thing to note about this academy is that each semester will have the same curriculum and setup, so you'll only want to apply for one. And the applications for both semesters were open today. The links are in the newsletter. So like Brooke said about some of her groups, we'll also need to cap this group at around 12 participants. We really encourage you to apply as soon as possible if you are interested. Brooke, if you go to the next, thanks. And then, so our 17 to 21 Your Next Star Career Exploration Academy is a little different. In April, we'll be hosting a 3-day academy, which is designed to complement transition programs where participants will receive hands-on practice with both soft skills and employment skills. And this will be held in Boston during the April break. So it'll be Tuesday, April 16th through Thursday, April 18th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The applications for this academy will be open in December. So I would look out for that. The first place you're probably going to see that would be again in the newsletter.
So in terms of communication, as I mentioned, we'll be sending out the monthly teen and adult newsletters. Again, if you don't receive those, just let us know. But say you receive an education newsletter and you no longer want to receive newsletters on education, that doesn't apply to you. If you unsubscribe, you're unsubscribing to all MDSC newsletters. So if there's something that you're getting information on and you don't want it anymore, you're better off just sending us an email and saying, hey, can you no longer send me information on this topic? And we'll uncheck that in our system, and you won't receive education newsletters anymore, but you'll continue to receive the rest. So don't unsubscribe if there's one newsletter even that you want to keep receiving. And again, you may have unsubscribed in the past, and we can get you back on the list very easily if need be. Something new that we've developed this year is a teen and adult calendar. So we do have the calendar on the MDSC website that has all of the MDSC events. So our events will continue to be posted there. But we thought it would be fun to just have a teen and adult calendar that Tara and I will continue to update at all times. So if you choose to print it, keep in mind that something might change or we might add that. So go ahead and do that, but just check on it regularly. There's a link in the newsletter for the calendar. If you're coming to the Buddy Walk, we'll also have fun magnets that will have a QR code so that you can access the calendar at all times. So you can put the magnet on your refrigerator, you can use your smartphone, you can take a picture of the QR code, and it will take you to the calendar that will always be updated. I'm going to say 99.5% of the time because this is new.
Yeah, and I was just going to add that the one thing about maybe not wanting to print out the calendar is that there are going to be some hyperlinks within the calendar. So if you need to get to somewhere, that might be a quick way to do it, so you don't have to go find it within a newsletter.
Yes. And then Instagram and Facebook. We're going to do our best to get a little bit bit better at this year. Lauren's going to actually, that was what I missed. Lauren's going to be helping with social media a bit more. So if we have upcoming events for teen adult programming, we'll get them on Instagram and Facebook. And then we want to do a better job of after an event posting photos, because we have so many wonderful photos from these events that just go into the abyss. So we're going to try and be a little bit more consistent with that, so you guys can see what's happening, and check out some photos if you attend programming. And then, as I mentioned, of course, MDSC.org, we will always have the events posted there as well. And that's where you'll find all of the other events for MDSC. So for new families, middle school aged, for the big events, everything else will be on the website. And I think we covered a lot. So yet again, I hope nobody's sleeping. I wish we could see your faces, but Kristen is on. Kristen Teglin is on, and she will be helping to facilitate, I believe, some questions. If anyone has any questions, concerns, or comments.
Great. Turn my camera on. Somebody asked, what happens if you already have a personal trainer at your local gym in your community and you see that trainer every week? I think this is in reference to the inclusive fitness. Would it still maybe be a good fit?
I personally think so. As long as this program doesn't overlap with your current schedule. I think that, you know, the goal with this program, again, is physical fitness, but it's also just having fun, and it's an opportunity to meet other individuals, other adults. So not only are you, you know, kind of getting the fitness out of it, the strength to engage in kind of those everyday activities. Again, that's, I think, what's a little bit different about inclusive fitness is the goal with their programming. But hopefully you'll have the opportunity to make some friends and have some fun.
Great. Somebody asked, do you have the dates for the brunch bunch session?
I do. So if you received the newsletter, and you click on apply for the brunch bunch, that will bring you to a Google form, and all of the dates will be listed there.
Great.
And if you didn't receive the newsletter, again, just let me know and I'll send it to you.
I also linked it in the chat. So if you head over to the chat, it's linked right there too. And Carol, for the parent and caregiver session, provided her email. If anyone has any speaker or topic ideas ahead of time, she said you're welcome to email her. Regarding group fitness, what time is the class held? A lot of adults are doing self-direction due to shortage of day programs.
Yeah, so it's bi-weekly Thursdays from 1 to 45. It's 5 months starting in October. And again, will be every other week, so 10 sessions total. They do accept self-direction funding. As some of you know, DDS area offices sometimes vary in what they approve. So they have had some challenges with that, but if you do have challenges, feel free to reach out to me or feel free to reach out to their team, and they can help you to navigate that. But they do accept self-direction funding if it's approved by your DDS office, and the MDSC most certainly has scholarships available as well. And the rate that they offered is a very special MDSC rate as well. A little more information that was asked, but.
No, you said 1 to 145, Brooke?
1 to 145, yeah.
I'm going to say, if anything else comes up, you can always email us. Our emails are right there, because I know that afterwards, that's kind of what happens to me. I'll think of something later on, and we want to make sure that we can clarify anything that we've gone over, because it was a lot of information.
Yeah. No, I hope everybody is excited about the changes. And, you know, again, our goal is to host more programming throughout Massachusetts. So we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you, guys. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.